Białystok-Biała. Let's have a look at the track then. Just under 2 kilometers in length, vertical drop for around 400 vertical meters. Average gradient about 20.4%, and steepest part of it really arrives right at that bottom, the wood section we're entering now. Choices to be made in there as Nico Mullally takes an intake of breath. Anna Newkirk for Frameworks Racing leaves the start hut. What can you tell us about Anna's prep for this one?
Anna's the pleasure of a rider to work with, and she is up huge.
15.4 seconds to the good now. Newkirk making great sense of the conditions here in Białystok-Biała. Hangs a leg off. Manages to skate her way around that turn, but she's got a massive chunk of time to play with. This is looking good from Newkirk here, the US national champion.
Clean through to the finish here.
Heads down towards the line. Newkirk crosses it and goes fastest by 17.7 seconds. Lisa Bouladou got the fastest time in Q2 yesterday. Young Swiss rider on the Commensal Schwalbe Les Ors set up, European Continental Champion. Just tell us about the tactics of some of these riders. I mean, how tightly do you guys monitor weather fronts like we're seeing it have just hit at the start of this elite women's race? Is this something you'll be thinking about when you're looking at qualifying times, or is it just give and go?
It's so hard to compare the times. Conditions are different every run. You kind of just have to go for your version of the perfect run. It's never going to happen in a condition like this, but that's got to be the goal. That's what you're rehearsing.
Lisa Bouladou crosses the line, goes second fastest then, 10.8 seconds back on that time.
That was the only
there
time.
There you go.
Didn't enjoy it.
Balanche leaves the start hut to get her 2025 UCI Downhill World Cup season underway.
Swiss riders should be used to racing in the snow.
Exactly, yeah. Former Olympian, of course, as well in ice hockey.
She's got to get the bike moving through here.
It just looks so much hard work out of that little bridge section, doesn't it? Even with that new bridge. Yeah, it's true, she did. That's a great point.
Similar conditions.
Camille Balanche then, former UCI Downhill World Champion, heads towards the bottom of round 1 in 2025. Białystok-Biała crosses the line and goes into second position. Look at that.
It really is snowing now.
It's really snowing now. Hoffman for the Santa Cruz Syndicate leaves the start hut, and it's so heavy up there. What a brutal set of conditions to get the year underway in. 1.9 then at split 1. Let's get her through split 2, Hoffman.
And this sprint into split 2 is tough too. This one and then the one out of the third split is...
Yeah, 3.8 seconds, not headed her way. Nina Hoffman needs to get into the trees and get to work here.
Well, it's all available here in the wood section. There's a lot of technical sections, and she can make that up.
173 beats per minute on the live whoop for Hoffman. She is working through here. Heads across that gap onto the berms. Going to jump out into the open here. Nina Hoffman down the line. Where is this one going to slot her in? It slots her in second place, 3 seconds behind Anna Newkirk. Marine Cabirou leaves the start hut and gets her 2025 UCI Downhill World Cup campaign underway. And it never fails to amaze me how Weller can arrive exactly on time for elite finals.
If you want bad weather, plan a bike race.
44.7 kilometers an hour, 5.5 seconds back for Cabirou. So she's taking some time back, Nico.
She hit that jump, one of the first women we saw cleanly over that.
And that is just, all those gaps are just so hard to make whenever you've been robbed of so much speed because of the slow rolling. Yeah, you can see.
Smooth exit there. She rode that well.
It's gonna take something super impressive to beat that time at Newkirk's, isn't it? As Cabirou heads to the line, shakes ahead before she's across it, 7 seconds back, slots into 4th place. Anna Newkirk sits on. Elite UCI World Cup downhill winner on a belt and gearbox bike. Scarsi, maybe not the start hut view she would have been expecting this morning, but the Italian national champion will give this a good... Having a busy day of it yesterday. Next up, we're going to see Hattie Harnden, then Tahnee Seagrave and Valentina Höll. 4.7 seconds back at the second split that we're watching. Gloria Scarsi on your screen now, 4.8, so she's lost a 10th, but has maintained speed. I mean, that run of Anna Newkirk's super impressive, but taking nothing away from Nina Hoffman actually as well. She was pretty far down off the top part of that run, but rallied and brought it back together. Let's see where Scarsi ends up then as she heads down towards the line. Gloria Scarsi into 4th place, 6.7 seconds back off Anna Newkirk's time. And got the Enduro win at round 1 in Pietra Liguri. She's on the big bike now, and what a big bike it is, that Gamix Sego. So intermediate and a cut medium spike on that bike. Harnden attacking as only Harnden knows how. She goes down. Hattie Harnden just taken out there. Just found a compression on the outside of the track. Grigor holds his.
She tried to go inside and miss it and just caught the end of it there.
Oh, Hattie Harnden, the reigning British champion, down. Still clipped into the pedal as well, hoping she's not done any damage. You would safely say that would be the one selected for today. Seagrave leaves the start hut then to get her UCI Downhill World Cup campaign. Tahnee in full flight, a sight to behold. It's go big or go home time for Tahnee Seagrave as she heads down to the first split. Crosses it and she's faster by 0.4 of a second. Tahnee Seagrave is up in impossible conditions here in Bielsko-Biała, the 29-year-old.
We've got a race on in some brutal conditions today.
9 times a UCI Downhill Elite Level World Cup winner, 28 times in the top 3. Can she notch both of those up one today?
Rallying through these ruts in this lower wood section.
Seagrave really forcing that bike on with her elbows, making sure that forward momentum that we've talked about all race long is preserved. Seagrave on a run here in Bielsko-Biała, 2.9 seconds faster now, 43 kilometers an hour for Tahnee Seagrave through there.
She's on fire today.
Tahnee Seagrave on that brand new Orbea. Is she about to get the Spanish brand off to a winning start in 2025?
Absolutely. It'll be really interesting what this last split says, and then it'll be all up to the final wood section.
Seagrave, what is she going to stop the clock at split 4 then? Tahnee Seagrave through this tricky off-camber and into the woods. 1.2 seconds faster. She's lost time, but crucially it's still green. There's still a margin of error of 1.2 seconds. Tahnee Seagrave through this really rocky right-hand corner now and heads into the really steep final section here in Poland.
She looks solid through here. Gonna go for the inside line. Can she hit this apex and get the exit?
Tahnee Seagrave nearly gets sent over the front of the bike. That will have cost her time. She's held on to it. Is she holding on to her lead? Tahnee Seagrave down the line. Tahnee Seagrave goes fastest at Bielsko-Biała by 1.7 seconds. Tony Seagrave, her dad, team manager, celebrates at the bottom. Orbea FMD into the lead here with just one rider to go at Bielsko-Biała. Valentina Höll leaves the start hut. Here we go, Valentina Höll, deep breath everyone. What is the timing beam going to tell us from split 1?
Sliding a bit before that split.
2.9 back, Valentina Höll's in trouble here. She needs to find some time if she wants to beat Tahnee Seagrave. And it's another thing on your mind whenever you're amidst the chaos of a very, very wet and challenging course here in Bielsko-Biała. What is split 2 going to say us when she comes back into the open? Finally pulls another 10 off. Our team manager Gunnar shakes his head. 6.5 seconds back of the time of Seagrave. Seagrave's time all of a sudden looking absolutely superb.
Doesn't look like she's attacking as hard as Tahnee is. If you start to lose vision and you can't see very well, you can appreciate it. It's hard to commit to how gnarly this track is.
175 beats per minute on the Whoop Live.
Conditions didn't bother.
Valentina Höll safely down that really, really steep section. She's going to turn left and she's going to head towards the finish line, but it's not going to be enough, you know. Valentina Höll, round 1, UCI Downhill World Cup 2025, crosses the line in 5th, and that means that your winner today is Tahnee Seagrave. Tahnee Seagrave cashing out at round 1. A huge, huge result. Her 10th UCI World Cup elite level win. Valentina Höll slumps over the bars, has to settle for 5th place today. Great to see though, straight up applauds Tahnee. Tahnee Seagrave lifted in high in the air by Nina Hoffman. Tahnee Seagrave, your winner here today. Then let's get some confirmation of the results. 1.7 seconds the margin in the end ahead of Anna Newkirk. Great run from her. Hoffman superb in 3rd. Then Balanche and Höll round out the top 5. Scarsi, Cabirou, Hemstreet, Baumann and Miriam Nicole rounding out the top 10, 14.5 seconds back off the winner. Widman, Bouladou blew it. Harnden with that crash. Phoebe Gale with that crash as well. Well, you're about to see one of the biggest smiles in mountain biking. Tahnee Seagrave is down there with Ashley now.
Tahnee, congratulations. What a way to start your season with a statement run. It was almost like it was dry out there for you.
I mean, I did kind of set off thinking that way, but because of the conditions, my brakes weren't working very well, so I think that kind of helped, to be honest. I was like, well, I guess they're just going this fast.
With the conditions, how pleased are you with how you manage things like your brakes out there? Because you really have to adapt in the moment, don't you?
Like, yeah, it's just the conditions, they're like that, and you just got to make the best of it. So I kind of kept pumping the brake to make it work, and I think I had a little sketchy moment at the end because I kind of forgot to do that, but yeah, glad I managed to put it together.
In terms of your setup, did you have to change anything whilst you were at the top? Because it was snowing up there as well, wasn't it?
It was snowing, it was pretty cold, but other than keeping one up top, we didn't really change too much from like this morning or yesterday. It's been pretty grim all weekend.
Now, we know you came third in the overall last season, and it sounds like you're very hungry this year. I know it's a bit early to be talking about that, but some vital points today.
I don't think it's too early. Like, I feel the healthiest I have been, and I'm back like from a series of horrible injuries, and I've had a couple of years to get back into it, and I'm ready to give it my all again.
Hungrier than ever?
Yeah, for sure.
Love that. Well done, Tahnee.
Thank you.
On one of the coldest, wettest days it's seen.